Now, I have a question for you. All things considered, maganda naman yung drafting ng LPE sa ng Omega Esports, but sa coaching staff na meron ang both teams, who do you think has the upper hand here in drafting? Because they have the same unique heroes pick here.
Actually, sobrang lupit nung question yun. Ngayon ko lang naisip na, okay, these are two storied and mayroon ng mga na-achieve itong mga coaches nila. For example, you're looking at LPE, you have Coach Panda na-achieve na ang championship ng MPL bukod doon ay sa C-Ball. And then you have from Omega Esports, dating nandyan si Coach Dale, pero si Coach Why Not ngayon, stepping up for Omega Esports, also part of the coaching staff ng Omega from before na nandun sa success. They've also found success. Like MPL Season 6, na-announce around middle of the season na sumama nga ulit si Coach Why Not as part of the team, and siya rin ay kasama dun sa paglipad ng Omega Esports sa M2. At I think ngayon yata ako walang masasagot sa'yo kung sino may advantage over the other kasi may sarili-sariling personalities eh. Panda is more of a disciplinarian. Why Not is more of, as he explained, parang mas priority niya yung synergy and yung chemistry ng team. So, ang hirap pumili.
Yeah, and definitely, makikita naman natin paano maglaro yung LPE, paano maglaro yung Omega Esports. Makita natin yung discipline ng LPE during the past where they really nagbaback off sila sa mga laban. Kung alam nila hindi sila mananalo sa laban, ba't sila papasok? And meanwhile, Omega Esports, gumagala-gala sila. Naghahanap ng opportunity as a team to secure objectives. Now, looking at the bans here from LPE, kita natin, Diggy, Eve, and Angela sa side ng LPE. For the side of Omega, it is a Paquito, a Mathilda, and a potential third ban that they are still thinking about.
Yeah, of course, Johead ay available pa rin. Benedetta still also there. You also talked about the Eve na ban naman at LPE na interesting sa akin. Ito yung talagang klase ng bans na masasabi mong may set plan eh. For LPE, without the Paquito now, dahil na ban siya ng Omega Esports, I think that they're also eyeing for the Rafaela. So that might also be a ban from Omega Esports. Ito yung tema kung bakit mo ibaban yung Eve. Kasi Eve actually deals with those kind of hero compositions. I mean.
Yeah, and we will be waiting for the picks to actually show up in the bans as well. Pero sa side ng Omega, they do ban out the Jawhead for themselves. Now, with that being said, si Hayes, I feel like naging highlight siya dun sa head-to-head natin kanina. And he is always consistently doing a good job na naghahanap ng away. To set up for his team. And sino yung potential hero na pwedeng i-pick up ni Hayes dito?
I like the Selena, for example. It is available. So sa mga heroes na gustong-gusto ko na ginagamit ni Hayes, and there it is. Selena paired up with Esmeralda.
And on the flip side, LPE picking up the Uranus, a strong side lane pick. Kung tatapat siya sa kay Esmeralda, ang ganda ng opportunity na mag-snowball sila dun.
Playbook might go for Claude plus Popol and Koopa, or Granger plus Popol and Koopa.
Could be.
Or a Rafaela.
Rafaela feels good. Especially considering the fact na si Uranus, pwede siyang humarap kagad para kay Granger. Lalo na kung nasa likod siya. Just pop the speed boost and everything is gonna go to their plan.
Interesting tong... I'm just looking at Kenji right now. Meron siyang sarili niyang mapa. I wonder what that is. Maybe siya yung playmaker for the team. So baka mayroon kayo nakaset plans or... Parang it's almost as if it's covering yung field of vision ni nakatapat niya, which is Curtizy. Parang siya may tinatakpan eh.
Baka naman ginagamit niya yun para nakita niya yung hero, ilalagay niya kagad dun sa mapa.
Maybe. Or again, Omega Esports, this is a team na alam natin ay fundamentally sound. They are also a team na alam natin may plano at may mga crazy ideas or may calculated ideas as well. So it kind of makes me think that Omega Esports really do prepare so much in each of their in each of the time na makikita natin sila playing. And there's the Benedetta and Granger.
Yeah, the Benedetta and the Uranus actually. I'm gonna have to highlight that kasi ang ganda kagad ng side lanes na meron si LP. Pero kailangan kabahan yung Omega dito. Kailangan kabahan yung LP dito kasi na-pick up si Popol and Koopa and the Selena. Typically, you see them far apart na magkabilang side sila. What is the implication dito? Anong mangyayari sa team fights na potentially na mangyayari?
Well, team fights for sure, a lot of control. At actually, kung tatanungin mo about team fights, hindi siya dun sa actual blow-up na clash nandun siya sa scouting muna. So it is before the clash is gonna happen. Superior vision coming out from Omega Esports. Bakit natin sabi yan? Kasi may mga traps. So you put that, nakita natin dun sa laban ng Bren Esports going up against Signal Ultra nung Lord number 3 and Lord number 2 fight, naka-prepare si Lusty na kanyang mga traps para yung mga entry points ng kanyang kalaban ay makita agad nila. And this is also true for Omega
Your
Esports.
team is
Yung
banning.
setup ng mga team fights, lalong-lalo na around Turtle, around Lord, ay mahihirapan ng LPE kasi may mga nakatanim agad. Plus, by the way, etong Popol and Selena combination sa supporting cast ng isang team ay inaalaw na magkaroon ng rapid jungling na pwede natin sabihin. Kasi ang gagawin mo ay magtatanim ka ng traps with the Selena, tapos si Popol and Kupa ang bilis din tumulong sa pag-take ng jungle.
And with that being said, ano yung potential jungle pick na pwede makuha ng Omega dito? Kasi as far as I can tell, yung magandang pickup dito, a Roger can be very compatible with them kasi if anybody gets caught sa Abyssal Arrow or sa traps ni Kupa, ni Popol and Kupa, pati yung mga kagat, pwede siya agad mag-dive in.
Sobrang dami. I mean, Ling is a potential. Roger, as you've said, pwede nga mag-Claude ang Omega Esports. They can also go for, actually, kahit ano even Bruno is valid kasi mabilis din naman mag-take. Para Yi Sun Shin, imagine Selena and Yi Sun Shin, that's a super duper good combo. Ang daming options ito for Omega Esports, which also makes me think ang ganda din ng spot nung pag-pick ng Popol and Kupa kasi ngayon sila pa rin yung first pick sa second phase. So a lot of good stuff coming out from Omega Esports already.
Yeah, and on the side of
Your
LPE,
team
they
is
decide to
banning.
ban out the Ling kasi ayaw nila ng risk na may additional easy backline access. Kasi sa current composition na meron yung LPE, they have to protect Granger at all costs. At yun yung number one plan nila for this draft.
Yeah. And now you're talking what will be your poison na tayo. Choose your poison na to for LPE. Bibigay ba natin yung Yi Sun Shin? Bibigay ba natin yung Claude? Ling, mukhang auto-ban kasi nakakatakot talaga to and they don't have catch. Ranger, Benedetta, Uranus para sa LPE nila. Basta nila yung dalawang side lane and yung kanilang jungler. So, they have already revealed their hand. Yung Omega Esports, kabaliktaran. Hindi pa natin nakikita yung mismong jungler nila. We do see the supporting cast though, yung kanilang tank, pati yung kanilang mid lane. And now, I think Roger or Claude ang valid bans dito for LPE. Instead, back siya. Oh, gusto yata mag-Rafaela ng LPE.
Mukhang gustong-gusto nila.
Ang ganda ng choice actually LPE. Sabi nila, wala yata point na kumuha pa tayo ng bans doon sa jungler kasi madami namang choices. So instead, ban natin yung pinaka-effective which is the Ling. Tapos iban natin yung pwedeng kumontra sa ating lineup. So Balmond. Ooh.
That's a Balmond potentially going up against a Benedetta.
So you can Rafaela now for LPE and
A Grok.
Okay.
Oh, yun na talaga yung gustong gawin ng LP. They really want to protect Granger at all costs. For protect one yung strat na gusto nila dito. Meanwhile, sa side ng Omega, the way the draft is looking right now, parang, hindi parang eh. Yung gusto nila mangyari dito is to have easy access sa backlines. And if kung may haharap sa side ng LPE, kayang ma-disable ka agad and allow Esmeralda to dive in. Potentially, kung sino man yung jungler na kukunin ng Omega Esports, have a good time going into the backline. So take care of the Granger.
Yeah. In many parts of Southeast Asia, particularly sa Indonesia, pati na rin sa Philippines, Balmond ang pick ng mga teams against Benedetta, Uranus kasi meron kang execute potential or execute mechanic using your ultimate. Tapos, yung ikot ni Balmond ay saktong-sakto kasi nakaka-counter niya yung Benedetta. I mean, Benedetta cannot stay in place kapag inikutan siya ni Balmond tapos may panghabol yung Balmond. And that's also true with Uranus. Ang daming beses nakita ko from MPL Indonesia, MPL MY na Balmond yung sagot nila either against Benedetta or Uranus, but this time, sabay. Natuhog nila parehas. What I like about LPE is meron silang Grok that can step on the traps kasi pwede kang magpapawire of nature ka lang tapos pwede mo lakaran tapos way siya pa-protect ng Granger. Now for Omega, I think Claude is gonna be their pick. Or
Roger. There you go.
Yeah, as we have predicted.
Roger can, makaka-dive in talaga siya sa backlines, makapunta siya kay Granger. Pero what concerns me here sa lineup ng Omega Esports is they're going up against Luo Yi. Easy teleport sa likod.
Ang ganda nga ng Louis. In fact, good thing that you mentioned that. Kasi parang heads up play to ng LPE. They're thinking, okay, may potential na mag-Roger itong kalaban natin or may potential na Claude. Let's look at the heroes na pwedeng counter doon. I've talked to many teams that ayaw nilang kalaban ng isang Louis kapag medyo dive composition sila. Kasi you're looking at Omega Esports, go in. Melee nga yung base nito ng Omega Esports. So LPE, they had the choice whether it's going to be a Chang'e or Louis na may win condition talaga against Z0. So, ganda ng protection ng LPE. Their reaction with the Louis. For Omega naman, sobrang fast-paced naman yung tempo na pwede nilang laruin.
And fast-paced game ba ang makikita natin dito between Omega Esports, or will LPE just play by the book and play as disciplined as possible? Dito natin makikita yung differences talaga ng coaching style ng dalawang teams.
Okay. Waiting for the actual game. I want you guys to look at kung ano yung unang pupuntahan nung jungling trio or duo ng Omega. So purple buff ang unahin nila. And it kind of, ang problema sa LPE is hindi nila mapipigilan to. And then sisimulan ni Popol yung orange, maximizing the time. So pagdating ni HanGC doon sa orange buff, dadating sa point na magre-retry na lang siya. Although he did use his retribution at this point.
And to be safe, kasi nandun si Bima and si Arbs, the risk of the buff getting stolen is very real. So, might as well keep it safe. Pero at least ang ganda na ginagawa ni Hayes doon to just help out his teammate in securing the buffs themselves. Meanwhile, there is a little bit of a scuffle here. Bimo, na-catch ng Selena Arrow, and he's down. Next is Curtizi being chased down. A trade for Aspect, a 1-for-1 trade. Pero it's a roam for a carry and securing the kill.
I think the LPE will be pretty happy with that trade, lalong-lalo na every kill that you get, stopping yung first rotations ng Omega ay masaya ka. Lalong-lalo na pag nabibigyan mo ng kill yung iyong jungler.
And meanwhile, Arbs forced to flicker out and will get taken out once again by Curtizi, and HanGC off cam able to take down the Uranus.
That was a flying arrow na medyo sinalo ni Arbs. Maybe usually pala, ibang mga players ay, lalo na sa supports, hindi sila natingin sa actual hero nila. And I think a lot of players na nakakasalo sila ng pana dahil sa iba sila nakatingin. And that's understandable, di ba? Pag ikaw ay mid lane or tank.
And this is looking like the game style we're expecting from Omega, na gusto nila mabilis yung laban, gusto nila mga kapitas in order for them to get the upper hand papunta sa mid game natin.
You can see na yung Turtle ay ang next point of contention ng pares sa teams. The fact na nakakuha ng kill doon si Roger sa may top lane, tapos nakakuha pa ng bonus si Curtizi, make them feel na okay pa yung economy nila. But this time, Aspect.
Yeah, beautiful zoning there kay Arbs and Ryota.
Wow.
Nagbabantang magnakaw yung Omega na Turtle, pero hindi yung mangyayari. Bimo, low on HP, doesn't matter. First turtle secured by LPE.
You mentioned about positioning, and I think it is true. Napakaganda ng pwesto ng LPE. It's a moment na yun. Zone out coming from the backlines. Bimo is very comfortable with these kinds of heroes. So mga klase ng Grok, yung mga traditional tanks natin. Master na master yan ni Bimo. Ang teleport play. Naku, nakita yung Sibat.
Nakita yung Sibat, and here comes the Abyssal Arrow connecting onto Arbs, and he is down. Gets the trade though onto Hayes, pero it doesn't matter kasi the rest of Omega nandito na kagad para romance back dun sa mga tropa nilang namatay. Jake the Dog will be able to survive this.
That's a funny, ridiculous kind of but ngayon si Ryota is gonna be trapped, but he is a Benedetta. Gets out. Yung huling Sibat ni Popol and Kupa, hinabol pa. At alam nila kung nasan. That's why the arrow also landed perfectly. Pero may trade. Yun naman yung maganda sa LP. Now, thinking about this, Omega are content with that. Pero yung LP, sobrang saya sa nangyayari ngayon. Kasi napipigilan talaga nila yung tempo ng Omega by actually getting so much farm in the early stages. So this is really good para sa Eagles.
Yeah, and for now, yung Omega, ini-even out na nila yung gold advantage na meron yung LPE. Gusto nilang gusto talaga nilang malugi si Ryota, for that matter. And they're focusing 3 members here on the bottom lane. At mukhang makakaisa pa si Ryota bago ma-take down siya. Kenji almost falling down. Beautiful attempt at the micro there. Meanwhile, top lane, Arbs and Aspect going up against Toshi. Nothing was going to happen here.
Hindi natin makikita kung makakapag-push naman sa may top lane. Although, Esmeralda yan. So, may Falling Star Moon. Also has Flicker. So, pwede niya din i-dive yun para mapag-defend sa may top lane. Kasi sa parehas na teams natin ngayon, ayaw nila na ma-push yung kanilang mga tore.
And speaking of push, top lane being pushed out, Bimo with the charge. Not actually connecting, pero Curtizi will fall down. Nandito na kagad si Hayes and Hajizi to rest back lang sa tropa natin.
Grabe yung composure ng LPE, and I would dare say mas maganda yung mga nakuha nilang trade-offs, lalong-lalo na yung pressure sa top lane. Tapos nanakaw pa si Uranus na kanyang na purple buff na supposedly ay mapupunta kay Hajizi. Not only that, yung outer turret energy shields naman sa may top lane, so ang daming gold na nakuha nun. At lahat ng mga moments na nangyari yun, nandun si Aspect. So, I can expect na sobrang taas na ng farm ngayon ni Aspect. Tapos makakuha pa siya ng pangalawang turtle ang ating laban.
And that turtle take is actually really crucial kasi napunta na naman siya kay Aspect. The more money na meron si Aspect, the faster he will be going online. Na kaya niyang tapatan kagad sila Toshi, Curtizi, si Kenji, kaya niya ma-shred down eventually. As that happens, Bimo will make it out alive. 4 member presence here from Omega. Medyo nawawala na yung momentum nila ever since na na-takedown nila yung... Well, actually, na-takedown nila yung dalawang tier 1 turret.
That's so quick. Nakita niyo naman kung gaano ka snowbally yung pushing potential ng Omega with Popol and Koopa, tapos meron pang Roger.
And Ryota here in the backlines, looking for Curtizi. Curtizi manages to survive, barely. Has to dash out and use the Garrote to escape. And now, LPA trades it out.
Dalawang tore. Again, composure yung talagang term dito para sa LPE. Nangyari na rin yun sa may top lane. And second turret na napunta sa LPE. Mid lane yan. Napaka-crucial ng pag-control mo sa may mid lane. Gives you access dun sa mga buffs.
Oh no, Hayes falls down. Kenji next in line. Ang ganda ng setup na meron ng LPE dito sa jungle. They were able to also get the buff away from Omega.
Super duper impressive coming out from LPE. Tinanong mo kanina kung may chance pa sila against Omega. My answer was, if prepared sila ng certain rotation or ng kanilang plano, it kind of feels like LPE. One trick of the playbook na talagang gumagana ngayon. Map control, napunta na sa LPE.
At hindi araw-araw na makikita natin na 6 minutes in the game, 4 na tore kagay na wala, 2 tier 1s and tier 2 turrets down as well.
I am so amazed. At, dahil dyan, ilalamang na ang LPE. Ano ang effect ng pagkuha nila ng dalawang turrets sa may mid lane? Access to the jungle. Ninakaw agad nila yung purple buff. And saktong-sakto ang fluid ng motion papunta dun sa may bottom lane. Total of 4 turrets. Tapos makakuha pa sila ng turtle sa ngayon.
And nakuha rin nila si Hayes at the same time. Ryota diving in against 3 members. Not really the smartest move. Will get stunned out. Hindi na niya na-pop ang Electro Final Blow.
What a Curtizi with the Selena. I think really paying off now. Toshi in trouble.
Yeah, medyo mahirapan si Toshi dito to salvage his life. Will get caught out. And yeah, he's gonna get taken out here. Pero Hajizi and the rest of Omega actually manages to make it out alive. Hanap sila ng opportunity to go for trades here. They're eyeing out Jake the Dog, not the wisest choice. The best choice here is to just back off.
Oh, but bukod sa pagbugaw nila doon sa magde-defense may top lane, secure naman sila ng pang-5 tore, and LPE now leading by 4K. Sobrang ganda ng simula para sa LPE. Very strategical ang kanilang approach. Hindi man siya yung cleanest when it comes to the health of their heroes. 8 to 7 yung kills. Pero yung fact na better lagi yung trade-off para sa LPE. Ito yung dahilan kung ba't lamang sila sa gold ngayon.
Exactly. Hindi siya about the kills at this point. Backlines though, mag-isa na si Luo. He gets a stun out. Arbs will get knocked up. Ryota will actually not secure that kill for himself, pero LPE is looking really good securing that first kill. Hayes is going down. That's already 2 members down on the side of Omega, and tuloy-tuloy ang sieging potential ng LPE dito after those kills.
Oh my goodness, Bimo. At ang resulta niyan, 8 minutes. A base turret. And that's amazing para sa LPE. Map control na naman yan. Look at this, Toshi. Kinailangan na mag-back. That Bimo play, for sure, mapupunta yan sa highlight reel.
This may be the fastest game that we have for today.
Might be. This is a replay is brought to you by Oppo A94. Experience gaming at full speed with Oppo A94. Get yours now for only 13,999. Full speed talaga ang ginawa ng LPE. No hesitation. They baited out yung kill dito kay Arbs, pero watch Bimo with the flicker. Flicker, tas wild charge. Sobrang sabi. Just like the old days. Ang daming nahuli. 2 hero, tas isang isang unit, just Kuba. And overall, at base turret na kanilang nakuha, napakaganda na play coming out from LPE.
Beautiful mechanics coming in from BMO. Dito mo nakikita kung ano yung extent ng training na binibigay ni Coach Panda sa kanyang team to really outshine the competition.
Sobrang prepared din nung kanilang again, play coming out. If there is a literal playbook mula sa LPE, I'm sure ito yung na-master nila.
Pero ito mismo ata yung mismong playbook na gusto mong play ng LPE. Kasi if Omega loses this potential team fight, they lose 3 members, that's another inhibitor turret going down. That's a free lord for themselves as well. Kasi BMO and Jake the Dog, they're doing a great job just zoning the rest of Omega away from the Lord.
And sobrang dali ng Lord take ng LPE as of this moment dahil yung dalawa nilang Brusco boys, Jake the Dog with the Uranus, tapos may Grok ng babox out lang. Sobrang importante para sa Omega na kumuha ng early game gap when it comes to the economy. Kailangan sila yung lamang na lamang dahil nagpopolselina sila. Tapos, magta-transition dapat sila sa mga objectives na sila yung nauuna dun sa pwestuhan tapos nakakapang-scout. However, dahil dun sa overall map maneuvers ng LPE, na outclass ang Omega when it comes to control objectives, and now they're in trouble.
And now the siege is happening for Omega. And honestly, hindi maganda yung defensive output na pwedeng magawa ng Omega dito sa fight nila. Already, all the turrets are down. The Lord is marching in. Hindi na-damage yung Lord whatsoever. It's going to be free hits after free hits dito sa base ng Omega. They're doing what they can to try to defend this. They don't have a lot of HP left because her TV will get taken out immediately. Hindi man lang niya nabato yung Abyssal Arrow to attempt to pick off members here. But Kenji tries to hop in. Gets pulled together by Arv, securing 2 kills off of that. Ryota following through. And this has to be game for LPE. It's just Toshi and Hajizi on their own. Susubukan nila yung lahat. Pero it's too late. LPE secures game number 1 in this best of 3 series.